We are going to turn, if you haven't heard yet, it is tax day. And if you haven't heard, you're in trouble. But yes, you do have a few options still if you haven't filed your taxes yet. You have options and you have hours, quite literally. For those of you who have filed already, when can you expect that refund? I know that question's on your mind. So let's bring in CPA tax analyst, a Forbes Advisor, Kemberley Washington, who's usually on some kind of device or Zoom with us. It's good to have you here in studio. So let's start with that. You do have time. It's not the ideal situation, but you got a few hours. Calm down, folks. You still have options. What are they?
Well, first thing, of course, today is the deadline.
Yes.
So you have two ways you can get that tax return in. The first way is paper, right? So if you're going to file that paper tax return, it has to be postmarked by today. Of course, keep in mind, some U.S. postal services are extending their hours, so check with your postal service. And second, but last but not least, make certain that if you file electronically that you want to do so by midnight. It has to be stamped and in by midnight tonight.
You can file an extension, but that doesn't mean it's all good. Explain.
Yes. Well, file an extension is not a sin. So a lot of people are like, I don't want to file an extension, but do so. But keep in mind, file an extension, you can do it two different ways. The first way, of course, again, is by paper. The second way, of course, you can actually file for free today. You can head over to irs.gov. You can use a tool which is called the Free File Program. And so that tool is actually free. But keep in mind, October 17 is your deadline, of course, to file, but it is not your deadline to pay.
Yes.
You need to pay your money today. And if you're wondering at home, how do I pay? What amount do I pay? Actually, use your tax return from last year, see what amount you owe, and at the very least, you want to bring in that money in today.
Because you're going to start incurring penalties if you owe starting today.
Penalties and interest, and you do not want that.
And did I hear right? October 7th, I hate to tell procrastinators this, but your extension gives you until October 17th.
It does, but it does not extend the time to pay. You need to pay today.
Okay. She put a big exclamation point at the end of that. All right. For those who are waiting on a refund, people want their hands on the money. We heard the Deputy Secretary of the Treasury Department earlier said that it's usually still average about 21 days for the refund. Is that what we're looking at?
That is correct. So as long as all of your information is correct, you can wait for, of course, 21 days if you filed electronically. Now, keep in mind, if you file a paper tax return, it's going to take a little bit longer. Sometimes, of course, 6 to 8 weeks. In some cases, a little bit longer. But there is a tool you can use at irs.gov. It's called Where's My Refund? So use that tool so you can know exactly when your refund is coming.
Speaking of Where's My Refund, some people don't even know or realize or consider you might have a refund that's been sitting there for the past several years. You can still get your hands on.
Yes, that is a big deal. So if you're someone who's listening, you have yet to file your 2018 tax return and you expect the refund, today is the last day to get that money. If you don't file today, the IRS is actually going to keep your money. And that's because that's a 3-year window when it comes to filing your tax return to expect, of course, to receive your refund. So make certain if you still haven't filed years back, file that 2018 tax return today.
And Kemberley, we have to ask, when did you file your taxes?
Okay, see, that's another story.
Oh!
No, but seriously, though, of course, I'm okay because I filed an extension and I'm okay. And I understand and know that you have to pay your money today.
All right, Kemberley, thank you for that, and thank you for the honesty as well. It's so good to have you here in studio with us. Thanks so much, folks.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.